You've been told you're depressed. You have the crushing fatigue, the total lack of interest in your favorite hobbies, and that heavy feeling in your limbs that makes getting out of bed feel like a physical impossibility. But here's the problem. You've tried the antidepressants, you've done the talk therapy, and you've forced yourself to go for walks or to get fresh air, but nothing is moving the needle. In fact, the more you try to fix it, the worse you feel. As a psychiatrist, I see this every day. Patients who aren't actually clinically depressed, they are in a state of chronic autistic or ADHD burnout. Their nervous system hasn't lost its joy, it's physically run out of fuel. Hi, I'm Dr. Shauna. I'm a double board certified psychiatrist, and today we are looking at the biological differences between clinical depression and the shutdown. I'm going to show you why pushing through is the most dangerous thing you can do for your brain, and I'll give you the 48-hour protocol to actually flip the switch back on. The main difference between these two states is the direction of the symptoms. Depression is often what we call top-down. It starts with cognition and mood, feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, or a dark cloud over your thoughts. But burnout, or the shutdown, is bottom-up. It is a physiological collapse of the nervous system. In depression, you might feel like nothing matters. In a shutdown, the problem is that everything matters too much. Your sensory system is frayed. Your brain has lost its ability to filter out the background noise. The sound of the refrigerator humming feels like a chainsaw. The light from your window feels like a spotlight. The thought of answering one single email feels like a direct threat to your survival. Your amygdala is screaming danger at things that used to be mundane. This is your brain's internal circuit breaker. When the demands on your executive function, the part of your brain that handles planning, social interaction, and sensory processing, exceeds your biological capacity for too long, the breaker flips. It's a protective mechanism. Your brain is essentially saying, if I don't turn off the lights right now, the whole building is going to burn down. This is why traditional depression advice fails. If you treat a shutdown like depression by trying to socialize more or exercise it away, you aren't fixing the circuit. You're just trying to force a broken machine to run at full speed. You're pouring more energy into a system that has negative balance. So how do we distinguish them? Depression often responds to activation. Getting moving helps. But with the ADHD or autistic shutdown, activation makes it worse. You know it's a shutdown if you feel sensory defensive, if you find yourself wanting to wear earplugs in your own house, or if you feel a brain fog so thick you can't remember common words. It's also characterized by verbal shutdown, where the physical act of speaking feels exhausting. You aren't being rude. Your Broca's area, the speech center of the brain, is literally deprived of energy to save power for your core survival functions. If you try to force this speech during this time, you are further draining the battery you need to recover. You might find yourself communicating in thumbs up or text when the person is right next to you. To fix this, we have to stop the shame cycle. When you can't perform, your ADHD brain starts screaming that you're lazy. That scream triggers cortisol, which further drains your battery. We need to move into what I call low-stim survival mode. For 48 hours, your goal is to reduce input to near zero. This means no social media, no fluorescent lights, and zero performance for others. You need sensory comforts, weighted blankets, familiar foods, and silence. This isn't indulgence, it's clinical recovery. You're allowing the neurotransmitter levels in your synapses to reach baseline again. Remember, your brain is a high-performance machine, but even the best hardware will melt it if it overheats. You aren't failing at life. You're experiencing a biological reality of the neurodivergent experience. Once we stop treating your burnout like a mood disorder, you can actually start to heal. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Dr. Shauna, and I'll see you in the next one.